We had sexy scenes.
I feel connected with Chase.
Emotional exits.
Why am I crying?
And therapy.
I really, truly think I'm a better person with you.
This is your The Bachelor Greatest Seasons Ever, Episode 4 recap. Grab your glasses. It's time for Roses and Rosé. Hi, everybody. It's me, Lauren Zima. Yes, I think this is Episode 4, isn't it? Yeah, we did Sean and Catherine, we did Caitlin, we did Ben, and we did JoJo Fletcher season, everybody. Yes! Hey, everybody, coming to you with a vlog from the floor. I love to floor sit, as I call it, and car sit. I find it comforting. Do you do this? Let me know in the comments below. I wanted to bring up something I think some of you might have missed. I only posted about it on Instagram. Some of you have been asking why we didn't do a Roses and Rosé episode for Sean Lowe and Catherine Giudici's episode of The Bachelor GOAT, the premiere episode. We didn't do it because I wanted to give the spotlight instead to the movement that's happening around the country, to talking about diversity that needed to happen in the Bachelor franchise. This was before the announcement of Matt James as the Bachelor, which was a crucial step forward. So instead of doing Roses and Rosé that week, I did an interview with Rachel Lindsay and we put that up on YouTube instead. So that was why there was no episode. And I love Sean and Catherine so much. Their episode of The Bachelor GOAT was great. I loved watching and reliving it because I had actually not watched that whole season all the way through. So some real characters there. Okay, so anyway, that's what's happening. I'm gonna go back to the floor. So comfortable. I love you guys so much. Bye. How is everybody? I have a little story to share, just something to acknowledge. Talk about the elephant in the room. Just get it off the table. My shirt has stains on it. Yes, so I thought to myself, you know, it's been so long since I purchased or wore a new item of chic clothing here in the quarantine. I've had some fabulous sweatsuit moments, but you know, something for the on-camera life. So I bought this, and you know, it came with these stains on it. What? It just feels like 2020 to me, doesn't it, you know? Like even when you're trying, you're being held back a little bit, you know? And that's the vibe of this year. I didn't notice it until I was dressed and ready to go, so we're just gonna keep rocking it. We're gonna draw the eye away with these sparkly buttons. Draw the eye up here. Keep the focus here. And because we were feeling extra chic today, we have one of my favorite Chardonnay Rombauer. If you don't drink it, you're missing out. And you know what I'm missing? A stem. Yes, I really was being risky with those stemmed glasses, you guys, so I've gone back to stemless. So we are giving a big pour today for our girl JoJo. Did you watch this season of The Bachelorette? I loved this season, everybody, for many reasons. I remember JoJo being a great lead. She had some very unforgettable guys. And this was the first season we did Roses and Rosé. Oh my gosh. We gotta pull up a little bit of that footage and give it a look-see.
It's time for Roses and Rosé.
Yeah, oh wow. Oh wow. Cheers to that. Cheers to the beginning of Roses and Rosé back in the 2016. But JC and I have been on the journey together the whole time. Look how snazzy JC is looking today. I mean, I've come here with stains. He's come here with a slicked back ponytail and a haircut. Just like this stained chic shirt is representing 2020. Is anyone else feeling like this show kind of is? It's like we're looking back in order to move forward. What I love to see is the growth on the shows, is the circling back with people. Let's escape for a moment with JoJo Fletcher's season of The Bachelorette. And we're really starting off with an escape because right off the bat we catch up with the wonderful Wells Adams and his fiancée actress Sarah Hyland. And are they in heaven? What was that room? This white, glowing space. I was just like, Wells and Sarah. Oh. So wherever they were zooming from, it looked tranquil and peaceful and full of love and light, and that's great. And they were great. They're always a delight. They have so much fun together. I love to see it.
What's the saying? All is fair in love and war, you know?
That's way. especially because we're gonna get into Wells' journey to find that love. And it had some awkward and hilarious moments, and I think Wells himself is totally fine with saying that. But yes, JoJo season had some guys who are very much still in the Bachelor world today, some familiar faces, and don't drink for every pun, hun. Right off the bat, we got Grant, he's a firefighter here to start her fire.
I hope that JoJo is the one that lights my fire.
Jordan, he's a football player here to be her draft pick.
I'm hoping I'm gonna be JoJo's #1 draft pick.
And Evan Bass, he is the owner of some erectile dysfunction clinics, and his job is hard.
It's a hard business.
Those went from like G to NC-17 real quick. So, okay, great. We love a pun. We love a pun.
I got my mojo for JoJo.
Oh, this is so good. Buttery. Some great guys and, just hot guys. Don't drink for every time JoJo talked about how hot her guys were.
You guys are so hot. Just hot, 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 hot. There's just so much hotness right now.
And you know what? Add in there every time they talked about how beautiful she is.
She's gorgeous.
She's the hottest Bachelorette there's ever been, like by far.
You see her and you're like,
This would set the scene for what I had forgotten was a pretty sexual season. We're gonna go over some of the highlight dates, and one of them being, oh, I did not forget about this, JoJo and Chase doing tantric yoga.
I can confidently say this is the first time I've mounted a guy on my first date. There's nothing sexy about that.
I haven't been working out. Oh, and reveal, I'm not wearing shoes, okay.
There's like an attraction there for sure.
They were in this like warm yoga room, getting really sexy. It was very cinematic. And speaking of hot, now it's time for the firefighter date. Oh, first, I know I do seem to have more mobility in my neck, you guys, and thank you so much for your concern. I went to an acupuncturist / chiropractor who said that I am sleeping on my stomach because I'm stifling trauma, and then put magnets on the back of my ears because he said that my magnetic energy was off. He told me that I was, in fact, leaning, that I was not structurally sound, and he asked me, Lauren, would you live in a house that was leaning? And I said, oh, no. So here we are, magnets. So we're on the firefighter date, and the guys had to put on all the gear and like use the hoses and really fight fires. And speaking of liquids, don't drink every time someone said Wells was going to faint.
Wells looks like he's about to pass out.
Wells is about to pass out.
He's very pale and he's kind of falling out.
He's looking a little lightheaded.
Grant, I'm about to faint.
Yes, Wells Adams was not doing well that day. And you guys, I was actually there. That was the day I went and did interviews on. And a little behind the scenes, they gave Wells to me to interview him. It was the first time I met him, such a great guy.
I always thought she was the prettiest girl on the last season.
But like a little weird in the interview, and I was surprised because they told me, oh, this guy's a radio DJ, so he'll be a great interview. He was like still feeling quite faint. I was doing the interview, and then they said, you know what, we gotta stop this. He's gonna pass out.
Am I having a hard time speaking with you right now?
You seem a little tired.
I'm a lot tired right now.
So, at least now we know Wells is doing well.
Bésame, muchacho. Love, JoJo.
But Wells wasn't doing all that well because he was still the guy who hadn't kissed the girl.
Okay, I'll be frank with you guys. I'm the one guy I think here that hasn't kissed her.
Yes, Wells Adams was the only man in the mansion who had not kissed JoJo yet. And this might have been a first for the franchise. They gave Wells a one-on-one date, like literally contrived to get him to kiss JoJo.
All I'm waiting for is for Wells to make the move.
But anyway, Wells kissed JoJo.
That was the moment! We did it!
And I just love JoJo. She's always been so nice every time I've ever met her, and she was so supportive of this.
That was the moment!
When have you ever kissed someone and they cheered you on for making it happen, you know? So sweet. We raise a glass to support, to positivity, to lifting each other up.
You raise me up
But you know, on the Cliff's Notes show, we're doing our catch-ups, and so we're gonna go back to Wells and Sarah on the Zoom. It's another one of those update, we're happy moments. You know what, it was just so wonderful that Sarah confirmed for the world, Wells is a great kisser.
Is he a good kisser?
He's the best.
Wells is doing well, lifting each other up.
so I can stand on mountains.
And you guys, here's the thing. You know, we look at Wells and we see the growth. And that's what I've been liking about this Highlights Cliff's Notes catch-up show.
The Bachelor, the greatest seasons ever.
But, you know, at some moments it's also a little strange to look back through the lens of today. One of the unforgettable characters on JoJo's season of The Bachelorette was, as he was called, Bad Chad Johnson.
To a beautiful girl, a beautiful life. You guys, I'm gonna make her my wife.
He went on Paradise. It's just like a lot's happened. He's done a lot of things since then, and we didn't have a catch up with him. And I just don't really want to talk about it. I don't want to get into the chat of it all, and I can't look at it with like the same playfulness as I did back then. So we're just gonna, drink for the fast forwarding.
Sayonara, Chad.
But as I do with anybody, I hope Chad's okay. I wish him the best, truly. Lift each other up. But you know, this is another great lesson. Sometimes we get growth and change, and sometimes we just look for a silver lining. And Evan Bass is here with it. Yes, Evan and Chad infamously butted heads and almost came to blows. But Evan said, look, without Chad, he might not have stood out on the show as much, and so he wouldn't have gone to Paradise.
Chad made me a better person, and I was able to find Carly because of that.
Are Carly and the kids there?
Oh, hello there.
And in Paradise, he met Carly, and they have two beautiful babies. And listen to this little nugget saying, Wellsy.
Bye, Wellsy.
It was so cute. I love it so much. Silver linings. Oh, I'm sweating in this shirt that I bought. I'm sweating. It's not really breathing. It's stained. It's got this strange crease. The tuck's getting weird. Don't drink for everything wrong with my shirt. Draw the eye up. Look at the buttons. Silver lining. Literally, it's a silver line. So with Chad, we had the badness, but on JoJo's season, we also had the sadness. With JoJo, there were many Jo-Nos.
I am so sorry.
Oh, first we're gonna send Derek Peth home, a guy who I really like, and don't drink for the entire heartbreaking goodbye set to the song Don't Cry For Me, Argentina. Yes. I have to say, I don't know who this woman was, but that was one of the most highbrow performances we've ever had on a Bachelor show. I mean, she was incredibly talented. And you know I love a musical. But that's not gonna be our most painful goodbye of the season. Brace yourselves. As early Samuel L. Jackson in Jurassic Park would say, hold on to your butts.
Hold on to your butts.
If you're in a car listening to this, which you should not be, drive safely, but yeah, buckle up. We'll be back with it after the break. And we're back in here to talk about Luke Pell, and things didn't go well.
Luke, I'm sorry. Take a moment. Say your goodbyes.
This is a set of stairs, guys. That's what's happening. Or I'm magic. Wingardium Leviosa. Okay, stop it, Lauren. Okay. Oh, yes, everybody. I remember being shocked by this breakup then. And how did you feel watching Luke and JoJo's goodbye now? It still sent me.
This is not supposed to be happening.
It is the shock in Luke's face. Don't drink every time he looked like, what the f is happening? He didn't see it coming.
I had no clue.
But JoJo's tears did start coming.
Shouldn't have been that hard.
And the biggest problem was, why?
This is not supposed to be happening.
You did nothing.
You didn't want me anymore.
No, it's not that.
Yes, why did she say bye? What do you guys think? Why did JoJo send Luke home? He did say maybe he didn't say he loved her soon enough.
I had no clue I wasn't saying enough.
But she herself seemed so torn up about it. And this is one of the many things that I think made JoJo a really good lead. She really felt it when she sent someone home. But we're gonna catch up with Luke.
How you been?
Great, Chris. Thanks for having me on.
And Luke Pell does seem to be doing well. Now, I did not know he was single.
Always looking for love, yeah.
I thought he was dating somebody. I must be a little behind on my social media. He seems to not be single. And oh my gosh, Chris Harrison says, come to paradise.
I have a little beach down in Mexico. I'm just saying, someday, maybe we see you down there.
But from tantric yoga to going home, we are now back with Chase McNary in Hometowns. And this is one of those times when I really love the show, because as much as it is a reality television show full of drama and conflict and sexiness that gives us an escape, sometimes it's grounded in those really breakthrough personal moments for people. Chase had come from a messy divorce.
I grew up in a divorced family. That was really bad.
He talked about that openly on the show, which was admirable and beautiful. And he also seemed to grow on the show.
It's a new experience for me to open up to somebody.
It's a great thing to witness, the open discussion, the vulnerability, the emotional advancement.
Saying the word love to somebody it's scary.
Chase had a hard time saying, I love you, and he said it to JoJo.
I'm 100% in love with you.
And even though that was great, it did bring one of the toughest moments.
Thank you for telling me that.
So Chase gets to the fantasy suites, and I don't remember where they were, because one thing I have noted is that this Cliff's Notes show is not noting where we are going. I don't remember where fantasy suites happen, but Chase gives us some clues.
And we're in this magical place with monkeys and fishermen, saltwater and fish.
There are monkeys, fishermen, and saltwater.
And fish.
Where are they? Chase is going to say to JoJo, I love you.
100% in love with you.
And when he does, it makes her realize that she doesn't feel the same.
I don't know if I'm in the same place as you.
And in another incredibly difficult, emotional, heartbreaking, gut-wrenching, unforgettable, iconic, dramatic, over-the-top, and very real exit, Chase McNary says he's been shattered and skewered.
I just jumped over a hurdle that I've never done before, and now I'm skewered.
I know, and I don't...
Now I'm shattered.
Oh my God. What word choices?
I mean, what do you want me to say?
You gotta tell yourself to get back up, guys. I've said this before, I'll say it again. It's a dark sounding statement, but if you turn to it and embrace it and believe it, it will set you free. And this is it. No one is coming to save you. Think about it. Nobody's coming. You're all you got at the end of the day. Your family, your friends, your lovers. At the end of the day, you are all you got. So you gotta pick yourself back up and keep going. Bachelor historians, I call upon you. Had anyone been sent home right as they were about to enter a fantasy suite before? That's what happened with Chase and JoJo, and it was agonizing.
Chase!
I mean, I will say this for Chase. He was wearing a fabulous, white linen shirt, which I love to see a man wearing in a beachy environment. He's looking like a sexy pirate, okay? But that sexy pirate walked away, and he didn't know what to do. So he cracked a beer. Yes, I will never forget that, you guys. Chase is walking away. He had just been, as he said, skewered and shattered.
Skewered. Now I'm shattered.
Like a glass kebab of a human being. And he cracked a beer, got in the van, and clearly told a producer It felt like he'd been kicked in the nuts, yeah.
That's like, pull your pants down and kick me in the nuts.
Cheers to Chase for getting through. Cheers to Chase for getting through. So that was a lot, you guys, and I think they knew that we needed a bit of a light moment as we were processing that blast from the past. So they now seem to have named our weekly catch up with a random member of Bachelor Nation. It's the Quarantine Check-In.
Bachelor in Quarantine Check-In.
It's like that thing where you're doing a bit, but I really am going down the stairs.
Why don't I take the stairs?
Okay, this is asking for trouble. Know thyself, get a stemless glass. And that check-in is with Tyler Cameron.
What's going on, my friend?
And Matt James. Yes, they're besties. They're in Florida together, so Matt James dropped in, our new Bachelor. Don't drink for every time they said sensitive Florida man.
But the sensitive Florida man.
Sensitive Florida man, that's the first I've ever been called that.
So double the pleasure, we also get a drop in from Matt James, our new Bachelor.
Salmon suit on GMA, and then you pan down and you see that our Bachelor doesn't have pants on.
Yep.
And this time, unlike his Bachelor announcement, he's got pants on.
Who is wearing pants?
We'll take him either way. It's great. I am so excited, as I've said, you guys, for Matt's season. I think what's gonna be awesome is, you know what's gonna happen. We're also gonna get a little Tyler Cameron drop in. So it's just gonna be so much fun. I actually couldn't be more excited for the next 2 seasons. Claire is gonna be amazing television. She has been every time she's been on the show. And I think she's going to bring a maturity to the show that should be dramatic and interesting in a way we haven't had in a while. We've had really young leads the past couple seasons. And then Matt's season will hopefully bring this next phase of evolution and diversity for the franchise. And you guys, I need it. I need the new seasons. I need them to air. 2020. But back to the past, and Robbie Hayes is in the final 2. Hayes. Yes, he promised JoJo a lifetime of country clubs and coloring books.
Country clubs and coloring books.
That's right.
And I forgot JoJo said she was in love with him.
I am in love with Robbie.
But also in the final 2 were JoJo and Jordan.
I'm crazy about you. I'm in love with you.
With lots of sexy moments, kisses up against the wall, and lots of great therapy moments. They seem to have very real discussions, like when she was talking about getting heartbroken by Ben.
I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
That's what Ben said.
You could see that the conversation between these 2 was grounded in reality. Oh, but then we're gonna get another difficult breakup. Yes, JoJo had to say, oh, no, no, no to Robbie Hayes. I want cheers to Robbie for his speech when he was about to propose.
My future longs for you. My heart yearns for you.
It was very beautiful. And then again, because she's such a great lead, JoJo is crying, and I'm crying. Emotional exits galore. What do you guys think? Is there anything JoJo should have done differently in that situation? Let me know in the comments below. Now, we did not catch up with Chase or with Robbie, and I've seen some of you asking, how are these decisions being made? Who we catch up with when? I really don't know. I think it's probably a combination of a variety of factors. I would imagine in some cases, it's like, let's not catch up with that person who the lead's no longer with because it would feel disrespectful to them. And maybe in some cases, people were reached out to and they didn't want to come and do a catch-up interview. I don't think it's a set protocol. I think it's varying. Oh, freaking out the stemless glass, and that's when I spilled. It's fine, silver lining, it was already stained. We gotta lift each other up. So Robbie is gone, but Jordan is coming, and JoJo is ready.
I'm ready to spend the rest of my life with Jordan.
Yes, JoJo knows she's in love with Jordan. She is so ready, she couldn't even stay on camera.
The only thing that's getting me through this moment is just the thought of seeing Jordan.
She talks about how Jordan being on his way is the only thing getting her through the day.
I am ready. I am so ready.
And she just walks out of the shot. And Jordan had a good speech too.
You're my best friend. You're my soulmate. I'm gonna keep you safe. I'm gonna protect you.
This season brought us sexiness, introspective sadness, and ultimately love. Don't drink every time they said, I love you.
And I love you.
I love you. I love you so much.
I love you.
I love you. I love you so much.
I am in love with you, and I love you.
I love you.
I love you. I love you so much. I love you. I love you.
So many I love yous.
Oh, it really was sweet to watch, everybody. We were witnessing two people who had not been able to freely say that to each other back and forth, and to just hear it, to see it, oh, it lifted me up.
To more than I can be.
And then we're gonna jump into a Zoom with JoJo and Jordan. And again, they are talking about growth. They both discussed how, look, the first year off the show was difficult for them. They pushed through for their relationship. They've changed a lot as people.
And there was a point in that first year where it was like, whoa, can we even do this?
We sat down together and were like, we love each other, but is that enough right now? We kind of just, it was a fork in the road, and we chose to stay together.
Growth and change. I think we gotta believe people can grow and change, guys. Otherwise, what are we all doing here, you know? If people are making efforts to be better, what more can we ask? What else is life about? If not evolving, lifting ourselves up. Save yourself, okay. So that was JoJo Fletcher's season of The Bachelorette. Everybody, what did you think of this episode? Please let me know in the comments below. And next week, oh, a real blast from the past. They are going to do a combo episode of the first Bachelor and the first Bachelorette. That's gonna be wild. I didn't watch the show back then. I don't think anybody even knows where the first Bachelor is or what he's doing. It's a mystery. But I have been so happy to continue to do Roses and Rosé on the journey with JC from the beginning. And again, can't wait for this season of The Bachelorette and The Bachelor. What are you guys excited for to see on Claire and Matt's seasons? Let me know. If you want to find me, I am on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Cameo. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for lifting me up and being the silver lining of my week, okay? From me and my stains, bye! Oh, damn it. Unbelievable. Good to feel emotions, don't tune them out, feel them. Okay.